In this game, Mariannna took white, Eugen took black. And the game starts with this crosscut. There is a weakness in black's shape. It is possible to cut here, but it's a bit risky to start this fight when black already has a stone on the side. If it was white stone, then a crosscut would be certainly the most powerful move on the board. If there is no stone, then cutting is possible, but the fight will be difficult for both. But now that there is a black stone there, certainly the fight should be better for black. Alright, black took the vital point of the shape, it's a correct move. And now as white I would simply jump here. Black has a privilege to play such exchanges and then maybe just add a move. And white, I don't know, maybe peep and somehow build shape on the outside. Yeah, so this would be a normal development. In the game, white plays a bit more aggressively, trying to cover black stones, but then black again plays these exchanges. And after white plays here, black's plan is probably to simply play the tiger's mouth. By the way, this is a better shape than this one, because if you play a knight's move here, your shape ends up looking like this. White captures a stone in center. It's not good for black, so it's better to play the tiger's mouth. Still, white's fierce attack on black's 3 stones didn't really work out. Black is not in danger. In the game, white simply builds shape, but then this is very pleasant for black to play this exchange. And the next move, which black really wants to play, is this turn. It's center for killing white's group locally, but for now maybe black is a bit concerned that black's group will also not be alive. So we can try to read out the capturing race. I bet it's better for black, right? Should be better for black by 1 liberty. Yeah, should be. But I don't know, it might be a bit complicated. Maybe white has a different move now, I don't know. Anyway, I think as black I would try to get this move, later maybe run to get more liberties or play like this, but it's also fine that black just played a simple move on the right side, and now white should certainly play this crawl because the turn now is in absolute center. But white plays on the outside, then now it's obligatory for black to play this move. It's very, very, very big. And then, yeah, then we can play whatever. But black just extended on the side, and then white's push is actually also kind of center. So, yeah, the difference is big. White has more territory, and more importantly, black is open from the bottom. So this was a good result for white. I mean, generally, it's still probably a good result for black, but yeah, white is very happy to get this crawl. This move of white is a bit too aggressive in my opinion, because white, so far, white is still just a stick in the center. If black plays around here, black puts white under pressure and builds a beautiful territorial framework, so it feels natural for white to play a move here. If black plays this one, well, all right, black will be strong, but white also built a very strong shape in the center. After this move, well, black plays a bit slow. So yeah, if black simply answers, white can get both the corner enclosure and the move on the outside. White keeps pushing against black. Also possible. Yeah, I think as black I would not be too scared, because the group is still very flexible. It has a lot of space, so we don't really need to be afraid that we don't really need to be afraid of white's attack for now. Yeah, and then this cut is unreasonable. Why does black do it? Yeah, there is a weak point in white's shape, but for now doing this only puts black in a hard position in this fight. So for now we need to secure our group, strengthen our group, Later, maybe when we have already some support, we might think of that cut. But for now, it's for sure too early. For now, let's just run. Like this, white simply builds, easily builds shape. Maybe better to jump. Knight's move always leaves a weak point. For now, black will not use it, but soon black will be able to use it. And yeah, after this move, how to build a good shape for white, what to play. This one for sure not, but this one also doesn't look very appealing. So yeah, white is a bit in trouble after this move of black. Better to simply play here. And now the fight is very good for white. This group is getting naturally enclosed. That group is thin, and with these stones, white entered black's framework. So yeah, okay, white added a move. Yeah, white needed to do it, and then white's shape is split, unfortunately. The fight continues. Well, maybe after all, it's some compromise. It's maybe a bit better for white. White gets something on the left side, but this corner is still a bit open, and well, on the right side, black is also not doing bad. Yeah, so white decides to build a shape, but it's not really recommended to play such a direct move. It helps black build a lot of territory. If I were white, I would probably rather think of such a move. Okay, black still can build territory, but putting less pressure on white. Well, hopefully we can somehow finish in center, because there are big moves to be played on the left side. All right. Why not crawl? Crawl is good enough, I think. Maybe white's plan is indeed to play here, but if white ends up in Gote, black has a very big move on the left side, maybe even better like this. So black tried to cut white, but this was, I don't know, not necessarily a success, because in the meantime white got much stronger. But yeah, two stones get cut off. Okay, some compromise. This is unusual move. When we already have a stone here, this corner enclosure, we can use it and play now this one. Black attaches, we answer. Then black first inserts this exchange and then continues here, connects. Black lives big, but in Gote, there is still a weakness in white's shape, but still it should be better than going into this variation. It's actually quite an obvious comparison. Now black ends up in center. Black doesn't need to insert this exchange, so that's why this move is better than going into that variation. Interestingly, white doesn't answer. But well, for sure, if not now, white should answer soon. Probably white just wants to make center exchanges and then play this move. So who is the game good for now? I think that after black lived like this and lived in center, probably black should be better. White has around 10, 20, 30 points, but it's still open. It's not 30, but it can be maybe up to 30 points. So let's say 35, 40 plus, then here, I don't know, 7, 50, 53 plus comma 60 points for white. And then for black, 11, maybe 26. So this means that black needs to get at least 30 points from here. Maybe white is not bad, though indeed this side is still much open. Yeah, if white can get this move, if black can get this move, it's much less points than I counted. Or maybe black needs to actually attack white's corner severely to stay in the game. If it can go like this, then black is fine. Yeah, for now, white tried to play center move, but then black didn't connect with the bamboo joint. This was surprising, and now white cuts black. Very risky choice by black. Probably black thinks that the group will anyway somehow make life, But even if it can make life, still it shouldn't be worth it for black, because while the group makes life, black will certainly consolidate white's territory on the left side. So yeah, just getting one additional stone blocking that potential territory on the top is not worth giving white 4 stones, or how many white is going to get to consolidate the left side. Yeah, this was well played by black. Center, all right. Yeah, I think black plays it nicely. The fight got very, very fierce here. Difficult to tell without a lot of reading how to play correctly. So in the game, white plays this move, hoping to somehow capture black, but then black counterattacks, and this didn't work well for white. So white lost a lot of points. Well, good thing is that white connected the weak point in center, but still white's territory got much smaller, black got a lot here. So now the game should become good for black. But well, white could have played like this, then for sure the loss is smaller than in the actual game. This was too aggressive by white. Generally, this cut proved very, very strong. Maybe white should have rather played like this, but it's also quite risky. Difficult to find a not risky variation in this area. So in the end, maybe it looks good for black, what black did with risking that whole group. And then the fight, the game continues. Here black got a bit tricked, so probably it was better to simply connect. And also, like, if black is ready to accept this Atari of white, then black could have simply cut because the ladder works. So yeah, why not? It's a bit illogical. Also here we can connect, we don't necessarily need to play here. It's a bit illogical to play this Atari and not the other Atari. But yeah, maybe just playing like this would be enough for black to keep the advantage in the game. In the game though, black lets white start the ko in the corner, and well, I understand that black was not satisfied giving the corner away like this, but this way of starting the ko is very much not recommended. You shouldn't start such kos by playing a crosscut. You should always first consider starting the ko by playing an outside Atari. Then, I don't know, you play a thread, then you play another outside Atari, you play a thread, and after your opponent connected twice, well, the ko becomes pointless. You already kind of won the ko without winning it. You achieved all your strategic goals. So white cannot really use such moves, such connections as ko threads. If you start the ko with this move, however, then it's completely different. Then such ko thread is a ko thread in plus, like it gives white even more points in case white wins the ko. So now it's much easier for white to simply ignore threats. And also in case white wins the ko in this position, now this move is actually a reasonable move, and the crosscut is not a reasonable place to place your stone. All right, so this was an important mistake by black. You shouldn't start such kos with crosscuts. Yeah, then white ignored this threat, even though it's a big threat, because white also gains really, really a lot. I don't think black will have trouble with living. Black added a move. If black adds a move, then why doesn't black add a move here? Surely this move would ensure more points for black. It's the slowest way of living with the group. So yeah, interesting. Who is ahead now? White can maybe get this in center. This is a very big move. Big exchange happened. Black can have, I don't know, 40, maybe up to 56 points. 62, 72, almost 80, and white can have maybe somehow 35, 40, 50 plus a few, 61 plus commie, 70, yes, 70 for sure, but probably white is a bit behind right now. Yeah, white force. Wait, the group didn't even live. True. After this move, the group is not locally alive. So then it was much better to play this move. After this move, the group... okay, I am not that confident to say that it's also alive, that this is alive. Maybe it's a co actually. But well, locally and on the outside, there are many more chances to build ice if we play such a Kosumi, and not the move from the game. So actually, if this group dies, then then white is good. Then white for sure wins by a lot. So now the only goal for white is to make sure that the group dies. White doesn't need to play anything like this. It's enough to play here and here, and the game is won by white. But white tries to get a bit too much, and in the end, somehow the group magically managed to make life. Atari, and yeah, alive. White didn't think that this can happen. If white thought, white could have simply played the exchange first, and then it would have been good for white. But then black found this Tsuji. White got something in exchange. And then maybe the losing move for black. Black plays here, hoping for some reason that white answers, but white doesn't need to answer, since this move is not even center, because black stones are captured. So white got lucky in this game a bit, that black played this slow move instead of invading the corner. This would be the sharpest what black can do. And then in the end, white ends up with an advantage in this game. So after all, white won by a few points. I don't know how many. This is it about this game, and we will move to the next one.